This is one definition of religion in the broadest sense, anthropologically speaking. A system of beliefs and cultic gestures that proclaim the absolute necessity of death and finitude, and that allow men and women to become willing and conscious participants in and contributors to the sacred order of the cosmos. Ritual sacrifice in such a universe is an attempt to contain nature's violence, its wanton violence, within religion's methodical violence, to civilize it, to make it familiar, to draw upon its power. Nature is resisted and controlled by rites that, on the one hand, appease nature and rationalize it and make it stable within the forms of cult. And at the same time, part of this economy, recuperating your expenditures in the form of a divine favor. I'm getting ahead of myself. A numinous power that reinforces the regime, sacred, social, political, and cosmic, that sacrifice serves. In this way, the violence, say, of the city in the ancient world is legitimated by a religious appeal to the violence of nature. And humanity learns, gratefully no doubt, to be reconciled to both kinds of violence, human and natural. There's an ethos here of what I could only call sublime surrender, and it brings great peace. It allows for all the extravagances of the festive and the tragic, and ecstasy and sorrow, rapture and resolve, all the joyous or fascinating things of religion, but in the end, it teaches one to accept one's place within an order to which even the gods are subordinate. So religion in this sense really is an opiate. It is an embrace of nature's deepest joys and deepest violences in a sort of peaceful, serene surrender. Humanity, absorbed in the dramaturgy of sacrifice, learns to find the meaning of life in life's surrender to death. One learns that to offer oneself, all those whom one loves, indeed, the whole world of living things up to the abyss without protest, or protest even, knowing that the delicate balances of the universe would fail, the sublime logic of nature and history alike would disintegrate, the very light of heaven would die away if we didn't make these oblations to the night. So the image I leave here, though, with is something strangely disruptive of this logic, and that is the image of the Akedah, that is, the binding of Isaac, the sacrifice that is not made, from the reading this morning from Genesis, in which the offering, in one sense, is made to God, a rather terrible offering, an offering that would be fully in keeping with the logic of human religion. And yet, instead of God accepting the gift and restoring and responding to it with a gift of another kind, power, long life, blessing, whatever, God stays the hand of Abraham and gives back again that which Abraham was to sacrifice, his beloved son. And the victim is restored. There is a profound reorientation of religious consciousness and meaning in this story, and a reorientation that will be taken up fully also in Christian thought